All right, back to bench today. As promised, dead pins bench, 275. I wanted 4 sets of 3, but the third set, I only managed 2 reps, so it ended up being 2 sets of 3 and then 3 sets of 2 to make sure I got the same number of reps. Still 20 reps, just through 5 sets instead of 4. After this, I said yesterday that I wanted to move to either incline or Larson to get some more volume in, but just my triceps were so beat up after this. I tried 1 set of Larson press as a warm-up, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I moved to behind the neck press and used that as the main accessory instead. With that, I did 135 for 4 sets of 6, and then I wrapped up with some weighted dips, 90 pounds, 20 total reps, 2 sets of 5, 2 sets of 4, and then 1 set of 2 pause that I didn't record. And the other 2 sets were of 4, or the latter 2 sets were of 4, because you'll see at the end, the kettlebells were swinging back and forth, made me miss that 5th rep on the 3rd set, so I just did sets of 4, or 1 more set of 4, and then a set of 2. So what I wanted to briefly touch on today is I wanted to give some advice, and that's really not what this channel is for. This is just a visual training log for me so I can come back and watch these later. Helps me remember my PRs so I can track those when I forget, or if I just want to watch it in a year or 2 down the line, maybe even further, to understand what my training looked like at this time and what works and what didn't work. I just want to understand my thought process better. So that's what the purpose of this channel is. So this is unlike me to try to, talk and give general advice, especially because I don't have that big of an audience. But I thought it was important to touch on this for any of the newer lifters that are watching, which is that the dead pin bench should be something that you're doing regularly. If you have a sub, well, you just should be doing it regularly anyway because it's a kick-ass accessory, but especially if you have a sub 315 bench, and you should be doing it instead of Larson pressing. If you have less than a 315 bench, you don't have any business Larson pressing, and that's not my thing. I've got that from other stronger people that I've listened to. And the reason being is because 315, it takes some work to get to. It's going to take you a couple years of consistent lifting and putting the effort in. But getting to 315 really just means that you know how to bench. So if you have a sub 315 bench, you probably don't have the best arch. You probably don't utilize your lats well. You're probably doing like a number of things wrong, and you'll know that you're doing them right when you get to 315. It's a respectable weight, but you're not going to get there like really messing shit up on the bench unless you're just a brutally strong dude, which case if you did those things right, you'd probably put a lot more pounds on your bench. But the Larson press is not helping you learn leg drive and setting up and holding a good arch, because a lot of people lose the arch when they start Larson pressing. And there's a lot of strong people that Larson press, so I think that younger guys get into that and they think it's going to be the key bench accessory, when really it shouldn't be. It's stunting your progress. What you should be doing is the dead pin bench. And I didn't do a lot of that when I was had a sub 315 bench, and I feel that I've kind of paid the price for it. And it's just such a kick-ass accessory. It's going to teach you how to utilize your lats. It's going to teach you how to keep tightness at the bottom of the bench. It's going to teach you how to really push through sticking points. So that's just some 2 cents for anybody, maybe not the strongest on bench press, or maybe even if you're an experienced lifter and you just needed to hear a reason to get to a power rack and start doing the pin press, because it's really a beautiful accessory. I don't do enough of it, but I'm going to start doing a lot more of it. And I've always noticed it's very strong correlated with the bench. I get stronger on that. It's almost a guarantee I'll get stronger on the bench. And I'm not talking, just touch the pins or whatever. Pause it on the pins. Bar is not shaking. No stretch reflex. And that's really, really going to get you right. Keep it a couple inches off the chest, because you're not going to fail on the chest. You're going to fail once you get it up off the chest. So that's just for anybody who just needed to hear that. I just wanted to give a little 2 cents.